Okay, so what do we got going on here?
So I actually mentioned this in my last video. Not this specific instance, but I called it because there is... You remember when we were just talking about the crime about picking quarrels and starting rumors?
Yeah.
So that's a very blanket crime in China to really indict anyone that is against the government.
Yeah,
That's
it's
really what
super
it means.
easy
Yeah.
because you can make it stick to anyone under any circumstance.
Yeah.
Literally anyone.
Anyone.
Someone leaves a comment online, you
Yeah.
can get them for that. Someone talks in a WeChat group, they can get them with that. There's that other one which is spreading rumors and something or other. What was that one? The one that they got Li Wenliang with? It's like social, like disturbing harmony and spreading rumors, something like that.
That's right.
It's very similar.
That's right.
That's a similar kind of a charge. But basically it means that the Chinese government can arrest anyone for any reason whatsoever whenever they like.
That's absolutely correct.
Yeah, anyway. So what's the deal with this guy?
So this guy...
Yeah, let me get him
so
back
anyway,
up there.
to bring it back to my video, I was talking about how they made it illegal to, start rumors and spread things like that.
Yeah.
At the same time, they're also making it illegal to start questioning military endeavors.
Right.
Specifically, casualties. If there is a wartime scenario with China, it's now illegal to question the official data surrounding casualties.
Yeah.
It's illegal to question or make or start rumors about the military capabilities of China.
Right.
That's why I made my video called "China Would Lose a War with the USA."
Sure.
They have drank their own Kool-Aid and they're trying a massive propaganda campaign to make sure that everyone in China believes that they would win a war. Right? They're really pumping up everyone for war.
Yeah.
Number two, trying to get that propaganda to go outside and say, don't even bother standing up to us because we would win a war.
Yeah,
When it's just so outlandishly false.
Sure.
Nobody wants a war.
No,
right?
of course not.
But we're going to let it get to that point if we allow China to continue to let it suck itself off. For lack of better words.
Sure.
Like that's pretty much where we're at here.
Yeah.
The Chinese government has gotten so brazen and violent with their propaganda about fighting the U.S. and fighting the world.
That's something I've always been a little worried about, because when you've instilled so much nationalist pride in everybody like that and made everybody feel as if they're the most powerful, they're the strongest, nation in the world, and their military is the strongest, that might filter down to that pilot or that one person behind a trigger.
That's the problem.
Who then fires that first shot because he, in his mind, believes that he is the most powerful, backed by the most powerful country and military in the world, and he fires that missile at that boat or that other plane, which he shouldn't do, and starts something.
When you have such disassociation, like cognitive dissonance going on in China right now, where you've told your populace that we're going to war, this is the final red line.
Yeah.
America has really crossed the line this time. We got to take them down now. Yeah. And then strategically in Zhongnanhai, like in Beijing, in these offices with actual leadership, sitting down going, of course we're not going to do anything.
Sure.
That message, those wires can get crossed pretty damn easily.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yes, there's leadership and there's checks to make sure that stuff like that doesn't happen, but all you need is an errant person that does not want to listen to those orders because they've been told over and over again that China's not going to take any more shit.
Yeah, that China will attack the next time this happens.
So my point in my video was to don't let war happen.
Yeah.
Because China is pushing for war without actually going to, they don't want to pull the trigger first, right?
Yeah.
But something might happen if you stoke a populace to the point where it's gotten out of control.
Yeah, so who's this guy behind us, by the way?
This guy is a nuclear researcher, right?
Okay.
Associate professor, Remin University of China. He focuses on technical arms control, including missile defense, nuclear strategy, and U.S. strategic stability. Received his PhD in political science from Tsinghua, right?
Yeah, smart man.
Yeah, he worked for 6 years at the China Aerospace Science and Industry Corporation as a missile engineer. Okay?
All right.
He previously held visiting fellowships at Harvard University, Dartmouth College, Stanford University, and Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT. He received... so he's basically
No, that's where they got the nuclear stuff from, is from those internships. No, just kidding.
I can't point fingers at this guy.
Just kidding.
This guy... what do you see here? What is the message that translates to the bottom?
It says, this user is currently banned for violating relevant laws and regulations. Now, why would that be on his public Weibo page?
So apparently he got arrested. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
He questioned China's nuclear ambitions.
Okay.
And I don't know a ton of details other than the fact that we called this, that it's going to get more and more oppressive when talking about China's military capabilities. Because somebody that's an expert in the field is questioning publicly what's going on, and he got arrested for it. Yeah. This is where we're at.
I made the whole video about the nuclear weapons. And, the thing is, China's always kept it a secret.
Yeah.
They've always been playing catch up. They've always overstated their capabilities, as they do with everything in their military. I mean, look at that stupid hydrogen tractor we talked about last time.
Good analogy.
It's always like, let's put it out there. Look, we're so advanced. We've got a hydrogen-powered 5G tractor. Turns out it's fake, and it's made out of like cheap assets, 3D assets you can buy online. Yeah, exactly. It's fake. And they do that with the military stuff too. Yeah. So they do that with, we have the strongest nuclear weapons. We've got a huge amount, blah, blah, blah. Nobody knows. And it's all a bluffing game. And China's very good at bluffing, and so they do that all the time, and it keeps people guessing, and it makes people fear them in case they do have. Because it's very easy for them to say, we've built like a huge stockpile of missiles, and they're aimed at you, and they're, we've got them, and people wouldn't know because it's been so secret. They'll be like, oh, wow, better be careful.
Right.
Meanwhile, they don't have anything.
I mean, I've noticed a huge problem with all, and I'm not one of these people that says like, oh, stop consuming mainstream media.
Sure.
But I do see a dangerous trend right now that is really propping up China's military capabilities. Yeah. And it's not that you should just go poo-poo everything and say, they're not dangerous.
Oh, they definitely have weapons. They have nuclear weapons.
Yes, in the wrong hands, this is very bad, right? That being said, when you keep saying China is so strong, China is such a big threat now militarily, so we have to make sure that we're ready because like they've outpaced our air program or whatever, and it's just nonsense. Yeah, it's just statistically nonsense, right?
It's not possible for them to exceed a technology that they've copied.
Correct.
They copy the technology.
They might add bells and whistles.
Yeah, they definitely do, but they're not going. They have to wait for you to invent the new thing to steal it in order to make it.
Right, but I was talking to someone the other day, and again, this is an anecdotal thing, but I think it represents a lot of why these things are happening in the media, these headlines, and these articles, is because what's the problem in saying that China's massive military threat, and that they've gotten so powerful and strong and so advanced? What's actually the harm in that? Because all it's doing is spreading awareness about that, and I agree with that to a certain extent. But my issue is that it brings China to a negotiation table that they don't deserve to be at.
Right.
So when you become this massive, huge threat with all of this all this crazy advancement that you have in your military capabilities, it makes the public put in leadership. It makes the public vote on certain things. It makes leadership in think tanks and all that kind of stuff in other countries take China so seriously that it brings it to the negotiation table and say, okay, what do you want? Okay, what can we do to make you not do that anymore? Yeah. Right? And that's the danger in this.
Yeah, I mean, I think it serves another purpose too, and that is to ensure that there's more funding for the military here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
look, there's such a rising threat. We better counter it. Let's put more money into
I think there's a two-pronged approach there, right? But but I think there's a big negative there.
Yeah. What I don't like is the world taking China at face value. Okay, I don't like that they're just eat up whatever the Chinese military puts out there, whatever the Chinese government puts out there, and it's propaganda.
Yes,
you shouldn't just be like they say. Oh, we're ready for an invasion in 10 seconds. We can take over this or do that. And people actually believe that. They shouldn't.
I mean, that's the issue, right?
They shouldn't believe any of that crap. You should just analyze it correctly. Use experts who know in the field, who know what's going on, and figure it out.
Right. But this is the experts in the field that get arrested.
Yeah, this is very telling because if you can't even question anything in the Chinese military, you can't question the losses. This is what happens to you. This is not good.
No.
Yeah. Anyway.